Hello, you're looking at a 1999 Chevy Cavalier that is powered by either gasoline or compressed natural gas. And if you're from an area where you can get compressed natural gas, these cars are fabulous to run because they're very cheap to operate, and that's the main reason. They're cheap to operate, and this is an economical car to start with. If you just want a cheap economical Cavalier, this car will work fine on gasoline. In fact, the last several years it was run only on gasoline because there's not much CNG available in the Baltimore metropolitan area. It starts right up, cold air conditioning, and it's a hot day today. It's really hot, but the air is blowing cold. Now this car belonged to the state of Maryland and was used by the Motor Vehicle Administration for the investigators. So it's mainly highway miles. It has 204,000 miles. You can see on the oil change sticker it's good till 208,000 miles. The guy who brought this car in made a point of telling me that this car was very well maintained and he was the only driver and he really took care of it. And you can tell by looking at it, it's nice and clean inside. It's not worn out. Also has a current emission certificate where it's emission tested through 2013. Has a 4-cylinder engine that's nice and quiet. Now the trunk is where the CNG tank is, or the compressed natural gas. And here's the fill. And people always say, how long is the tank good for? Well, it's certified through January of 2014. So there you go on that. The body's in real nice shape. It's got 4 almost new tires on it. The hood has some chips from road chipping. And if you have the patience, you get a little white touch-up paint. You can make that look a lot better just by dabbing it on there with a little brush. Now we're located in Bel Air, Maryland, which is about 20 miles north of Baltimore. We're right off I-95. If you're coming from out of state, and a lot of people that buy CNG cars come out of state, come from a distance, like Utah is a very reasonable, there's a big tax incentive for bringing a CNG car into the state of Utah, so check that out. Anyway, let me first say, if you're thinking about shipping, there's a website called uship.com. It's the letter U and ship.com, and you will get your best shipping price there. You may get a quote from the beginning that's a little higher than your final shipping price, but the best shipping price will come, and that's owned by eBay, and it's like a reverse auction where you put what you want to ship and where you want it to go, and people bid lower, and if you can catch somebody going your way that needs a slot or two filled, you'll get a great deal from them, and that's what my buyers have had good luck with. Actually, the last one of these I had just sold locally here in Baltimore, and he just wanted a cheap Cavalier, and he's happy with it. It has a very little chip in the windshield that can be repaired. Go for a quick ride here. Cavaliers are really bulletproof cars. They're one of the best cars Chevrolet makes, and they last a long time. The motors are really strong. This car will drive you home wherever you're from. It's also a non-smoker, definitely a no-smoker. I'll get it up to 60 miles an hour or so. See how quickly how it runs. When you come pick it up, we give you a 60-day temporary license tag and the title and everything you need to title it with. no check engine light on or any bad lights. The gauges are all good. If I covered that odometer and told you this car had 60 or 70,000 miles, you would believe me by the way it ran. Goes straight down the road, no shimmy or anything, and drives nicely. Probably gets in the neighborhood of 30 miles per gallon, and on CNG they do better than that. So there's a button right there, you can see it. It's either, you push that for either CNG or gasoline. It tries to start on CNG first, and if you don't have any, it automatically switches to gasoline. But like I said, it's been run on gas only for the past several years. But the tanks are still certified to run on CNG. Now I wasn't able to test it on CNG because we don't have any CNG around us or anywhere in Baltimore. But I'm sure it was barely used and still should work fine. This is a no reserve auction, so don't bid unless you have your finances together. You'll need $250 at the end of the auction within 24 hours deposit, and the balance is due within 7 days. 7 days. You don't need to take it for 30 days. You don't need to pick it up for 30 days, but the balance is due within 7 days. Well, there you go. It's a quick little ride. The air is blowing nice and cold, and she's running good. So buy this Chevy Cavalier.